Maybe you're thinking about buying a new TV, but you're wondering if you can afford it. Maybe you've even done the work and put together a solid monthly budget, and it shows you still have enough room to cover the minimum payment on that 83-inch 4K OLED beauty. But that's only part of deciding if you can afford something. Your budget may show you can make the payment, but it doesn't show what that choice does to your future. In this video, we'll use the idea of net worth to reframe that age-old question, can I afford this? Hi, I'm Chris, and this is Finance Reframed. Let's go back to that TV. Maybe your monthly cash flow shows you can make the payments, but how does that purchase impact your financial future? This is where net worth comes in. Net worth gives us a way to see whether our choices are moving us forward or slowly digging us into a hole. You have two important tools you can use when thinking about your finances. Your cash flow lets you see if you're getting by, but your net worth can tell you if you're getting somewhere. So, here's the plan for the video. First, we'll break down net worth and how to calculate it. Then, we'll look at the difference between income and wealth. Then we'll pay special attention to credit because it can be a dual threat to net worth. And finally, we'll put it all together with a simple story of two people who start in almost the exact same place, but end up in very different levels of financial freedom. And really quick, if talking about money this way is useful to you, liking the video and subscribing are incredibly powerful things you can do to help a new channel get seen, and for creators to convince their spouses that the time making the videos is worth it. The concept of net worth is simple. Net worth is the financial value of what you own minus what you owe. That's it. Your assets are the thing you own that have financial value. Cash, savings, investments, retirement accounts, a home, a car, or any other property. But note, when I say the value of something you own, I don't mean what you paid for it. I mean what it's worth now, what you could actually sell it for today. Your debts are the things you owe. Credit cards, loans, any legal commitment to give your money to somebody else, that is debt. Or maybe that's the definition of marriage. I don't know. Just kidding. Don't worry, I'm on the good end of that one. So, anyway, the basic formula is assets minus debt equals net worth. The number may seem simple, but later you'll see how two people with the same income and almost the same starting net worth can end up in two very different places. And I want to be careful here. Net worth is not your self-worth. It's not your grade on life. It's not saying anything about your value as a person. It's just a snapshot of your current financial position, a piece of data for you to consider that can help you evaluate your choices in life. Improving your net worth may not always be the most important thing at every stage of your life. Sometimes the priority is just stabilizing, paying your bills, helping your family, or dealing with whatever's right in front of you. But generally speaking, we should all be paying attention to net worth, and the sooner we start, the better our financial outcomes will be. Are you interested in retirement or just having more freedom later in life? If you do not want to rely on work in the same way forever, you need some other form of support. Most often, that form of support is going to be some type of financial asset, usually ones that grow, produce income, or both. This is the difference between income and wealth. Income is the new money coming in, and for much of our lives, this comes from work. But even a good work income can still disappear into bills and payments and various spending. Wealth, on the other hand, is what you build up over time. It's how you translate the income you get from work into assets that can give you more income later. And how can we evaluate this? Well, one way is net worth. We can track the impact of our decisions on our accumulation of financial resources. And we'll take 1 minute here to speak specifically about credit. Credit can be useful. It can help you buy things you need before you have all the cash on hand. Maybe you need a car repair and it's not payday yet. So credit can help you out. But credit can also make affordability harder to judge. So it can hit your net worth from two different directions. First, credit can make big purchases feel smaller than they really are. That TV might not feel like an $800 purchase anymore because it's just $35 a month. And that matters because the monthly payment only shows you one small piece of the decision. It doesn't show the full financial commitment over time. Second, interest on the debt can keep working against you after the purchase is made. With revolving credit card debt in particular, the thing you bought may be losing value while the interest keeps adding to the amount you have to pay back. So your net worth is getting squeezed from both sides. The asset value shrinks while the debt becomes more expensive. And that is why credit can be so tricky. A $35 payment can feel manageable while hiding the hidden long-term costs. So again, the point isn't that credit is always bad. The point is that credit can shrink the purchase today by stretching the cost into tomorrow, often lowering your net worth. I'm curious, have you ever had a purchase that looked fine as a monthly payment, but felt a little bit different once you realized the bigger picture? Take a moment to share your story in the comments so we can all learn. We promise, no judgments. Another thing to remember is that the choices you make today don't just affect your budget. They determine your options for tomorrow. Let me show you what I mean. So meet Alex and Jordan. Same job, same take-home pay, $5,000 a month. Same rent, same basic expenses, same car, same loan. And at the start of year one, they have roughly the same net worth, about $8,000. Financially, Alex and Jordan are nearly identical on paper. Then they make a few different choices. Alex pays off the car loan and starts putting $500 a month into investments. No new debt. This drops his monthly costs to about $1,500. Jordan, he trades up to a new car. That comes with higher insurance rates, and together they cost around $900 a month. He finances some furniture, another $80 a month. The credit card balances start growing a little bit. He gets his minimum payments up to around $120 a month. Jordan's monthly costs are now around $3,200. Alex and Jordan have the same income, but Jordan has locked up an extra $1,700 a month of future income into fixed payments. And that gap is what drives everything that comes next. Watch what happens to their net worth over the next 3 years. Alex's net worth climbs steadily towards $28,000. Jordan's drifts down to about $4,000. And here's the thing, Jordan's monthly budget still worked every single month. Nothing felt like a crisis. The warning wasn't in the budget, it was in the net worth. Then one month, let's say they lose both their jobs. Alex has low monthly costs and investment to draw on. Still maybe 8 months to find footing without panic. Jordan has a car payment, furniture installments, credit card minimums, none of which paused just because life got hard. Savings are nearly gone. He has real financial stress within a couple months. They had the same income, the same starting point, and after a few different decisions, which seemed to fit their monthly budgets, they ended up with completely different outcomes. Making your monthly minimums might sound like your finances are okay, but paying attention to net worth provides a larger view of your overall financial strength. That is why obligations matter. When you commit to payments, you are spending future income today. Monthly budgets don't track that well, but net worth does. And as a bonus, when your net worth grows, it can also change what financial tools are available to you. More financing options, better rates, more flexibility when life changes. That's a deeper topic for another video, but for now, the basic point is this. Building net worth builds options. The point here is not that every decision has to increase your net worth. That's not how real life works. Sometimes you take on debt because it solves a real problem. Sometimes you spend money because your team made it to the championship or you just need to get away for a while. Sometimes the right choice for you is not the choice that maximizes your net worth on a spreadsheet, but tracking your net worth does give you an important way to understand the consequences of your decisions. And it's not about perfection, it's more about direction. And just to remember, net worth is not there to judge you. It's there to help you judge your decisions. Thanks for watching. I hope this gave you some new insight on personal finance. And if you want to see a reframe of another personal finance topic, here's a link to my video on the emergency fund rule and how it can lead people in the wrong direction.